Moses Masika Wetangula is a man in dilemma. And the dilemma is already wreaking a confusion in the Kenya Kwanza political formation. Now, the dilemma that Moses Wetangula is this. Kenya Kwanza is fielding a candidate in Nairobi to seek the governor's seat, and that candidate is likely to be Sakaja. But his own brother, Honorable Tim Wanyonyi, is also seeking the same seat in Azimio la Umoja, and there is a likelihood that Tim Wanyonyi might be picked as a running mate to whoever is going to fly that ticket. But then that is why you will see that Moses Wetangula he did not campaign. He's not campaigning for any other candidate seeking the governor in Nairobi, not even Johnson Sakaja. But that is not it. The other thing that is also putting him in a very tight corner is one-man Senate Speaker Keneth Lusaka. Before the party hopping window was closed, Senate Speaker Keneth Lusaka had announced that he was going to seek the Bungoma governor's seat through Ford Kenya. And even his campaigns were launched in poster grounds in Bungoma. That event was more of a Ford Kenya affair, and the rest of Kenya Kwanza team, few of them showed up. Now, Lusaka, I analyzed in this channel that he was not campaigning, and there is a likelihood that he was looking in an opposite direction. I still stand with that because many people looked at it as if I was just doing a mere speculation. But for me, there is something that we always realize. There is deeper understanding before we actually make some speculations. Now, on Wednesday, at Deputy President residence in Karen, there was a meeting between Wetangula, William Ruto, and Samburu Governor Lonel Kulal and a delegation from Samburu, where the governor shelved his ambitions. And again, he joined UD officially from Jubilee Party. Now, one man who was supposed to be part of that press briefing was Senate Speaker Keneth Lusaka. Lusaka was supposed to be unveiled as a Kenya Kwanza governor candidate in Bungoma, but he skipped that meeting. So according to an article that I was reading this evening, it's actually in the Kenyans.co.ke, in one of the tabloids and a couple of other tabloids, they are saying that the press briefing was even delayed for around 30 minutes. The handlers of Deputy President and even Moses Wetangula himself were making efforts to reach Lusaka himself. So later on, when Lusaka was asked, he said that he was not supposed to be in Karen physically. And so what is clear is that he didn't want to go to Karen. But again, another response was that he was attending the International Conference on the Great Lakes region. This is an international conference that was going on, and in fact, if you check Twitter, now we grabbed this screenshot from Twitter, he indeed attended that event because it was happening the same day. And the question is this: so if Lusaka was attending this, what is the likelihood that he did not inform Moses Wetangula, or that the team in Karen was still expecting him to attend the Karen meeting? It is not a coincidence. And of course, there is something that is being played here. So this is why Wetangula is in trouble. And the only option that remains is this: if indeed Lusaka is not going to vie for the governor's seat in Bungoma through Ford Kenya, because he skipped that meeting and he didn't want to be unveiled, then Moses Wetangula will have no option but to change his initial decision and vie as a governor or field another candidate. Because to the Kenya Kwanza, they must field a candidate in Bungoma. That is very important because you need campaign structures. And of course, when you get a popular candidate, you can make his way. Actually, it was actually reported that Majimbo MP Kalasinga and I think the women rep for Bungoma, Wambilianga, had been requested and they had agreed to support Lusaka for the governor's seat there. But there is something that I also wanted to cover because this is what is bringing all this confusion at Kenya Kwanza. Didmus Baraza once said that he is not going to campaign for any candidate in Bungoma outside UDA. So any person who wanted to vie in UDA, who wanted to vie in Bungoma, he can only campaign for UDA. So I think some of these are already bringing the frictions. Now, in this brief analysis, because I had already analyzed on the fallout between Wetangula and between Lusaka and the team, I just want to advance this one. Why Lusaka might have skipped that meeting and what might be happening behind the deal. I think I want to say that, ladies and gentlemen, whatever happened in Karen on Wednesday was not a coincidence. This is politics. If he was not going there, he would have communicated, and this story wouldn't have really come out. And again, this story have now been released. So ladies and gentlemen, kindly take a second and subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell so that when we publish a video, you'll be notified. And I can say request, if you're someone from Bungoma and we're seeing posters of Lusaka, can you share those posters with me? My WhatsApp number is here so that we know really, is he campaigning? Number one, I think the president has a deal with Speaker Lusaka. And this could be this way because Jubilee doesn't have a candidate there, either governor or senator. And remember, they were on a mission of fishing for aspirants. President might have asked Lusaka to seek that seat through Jubilee Party. Remember, he is a member of Jubilee, and maybe he did not even decamp to Ford Kenya. Number two could be that he's been told to seek even Senate so that it will also not bring wrangles within the Azimio, because DAPK has a candidate who is the incumbent Wangamati, but just be in the side of Azimio. Lastly, the president might have told Lusaka to stick with him towards the end of the term, so that in any case, so that if Azimio forms the next government, he will be considered to retain that position of the Senate Speaker. Now, I want to believe that is something that Lusaka will take, because going to face an incumbent there is also a likelihood that he could lose that position. Number two, I think he's avoiding anchoring his candidature on Kenya Kwanza, if indeed he's still with Ford Kenya. Because someone would ask, so if he's vying through Ford Kenya, what was the essence of going to Karen? Because whatever is happening in Karen is typically a UDA politics, and he's not a UDA candidate. So if that is also on table, that would also be arguably that he's not going there because he doesn't want to go with UDA. And that would be informed that perhaps he has realized that through his own intelligence that UDA or Kenya Kwanza is not very popular there. And if he associates with Ruto, he's likely to lose that seat. That there is a personal grudge between Lusaka and William Ruto. I analyzed in this channel that Lusaka was a bit uncomfortable with the fact that Ruto skipped his governor's launch in Poster grounds. And that meeting was held there the same day Ruto went in the coast. This is after he flew back in the country after the 10 days tour in the US and UK. So in my own understanding, I think there could be a likelihood that Lusaka is also saying, you skipped my meeting, and there was he did not find full support from Kenya Kwanza. So that is really what is also bringing all this animosity at the Kenya Kwanza. Now, in the event that he refuses to vie with Ford Kenya, Moses Wetangula will have to swallow all his ego as a co-principal in Kenya Kwanza and make sure he feels a candidate, or himself, he goes for that seat, for the governor seat. I think Wetangula stands a better chance to win that seat, even better than Lusaka, if that is going to happen. Lastly, if that is going to happen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my analysis on that topic. But then there is something I wanted to mention. Remember when we analyzed here about Susan Kihika, that there were issues between Kihika, Rigathi Gachagua, and Kimani Ngunjiri. Today, I analyzed that issue here and some people trashed it. Today, Kihika herself went to her Facebook page and mentioned that some people within UDA had branded her a Jubilee mole. And according to me, that would be the sibling rivalry. The person that is peddling that rumor and that is now branding her a Jubilee mole is Kimani Ngunjiri from Nakuru. So the rivalry is there and things are not sitting pretty well. By the way, I saw bloggers saying that she was chased from Karen. I don't think. She was not even slapped. I don't think. But of course, there could be that she was blamed or she was marked as someone who do not carry the spirit of Hustler Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my analysis.